Um, Hope you are all excited because I am. Thank you all for joining. We are so excited to have you here for this important conversation on the right way to network in the cybersecurity industry. My name is Francisca and I'll be your awesome moderator. Networking plays a huge role in growth within cybersecurity. We all know that. And today's discussion will help us understand how to build meaningful relationships the right way. A lot of opportunity in the cybersecurity industry come from the people you connect with and the value you bring to community. So today's session will give practical insights that help you grow and position yourself better within the industry. So before we begin, I will briefly introduce our speakers for today and also read their profiles. Our lead mentor, Mr. Victor Akinode, and our amazing guest speaker, Ms. Joan Nwafor. Please, can I have the slide up? Thank you. All right. All right. Thank you. So Joan Nwafor is popularly known as Cyber Talks with Jojo. She's is okay. Okay, let me start with that of our host. Victor Akinode is a Nigerian-born AI safety researcher at the world's largest AI institute, where his research focuses on AI bias and safety for multicultural and multilingual contexts. He's one of a small number of researchers. The screen keeps changing. Please, can you return to our host profile so that I continue? Okay, thank you. He's one of a small number of researchers globally building evidence on how frontier AI safety mechanisms fail when deployed in African low-resource language contexts, evaluating 20 plus frontier models across 25 plus African languages and generating findings that directly inform how AI safety standards should be designed for non-English speaking population. Victor brings a rare combination of technical depth and real-world deployment experience. He has close to a decade of professional experience spanning AI engineering, cybersecurity, software development, and government advisory work across Nigeria, Ghana, and Canada, including roles at KPMG Nigeria, Data Science Nigeria, Osco Africa, and NIA. He's head of engineering at Akinode Technologies, where he leads AI software and security engineering across enterprise client engagement in Africa and globally. As lead cybersecurity instructor at Osco Africa, Victor has trained over 3,000 learners globally in AI safety, cybersecurity, and applied machine learning. He's the founder of the Victor Akinode Initiative, a non-profit advancing AI education, safety awareness, and cybersecurity mentorship across Africa. Victor is a published researcher with 6 peer-reviewed publications, including contributions to the transactions of the Association for Computational Linguistics and Interspeech through the African NLB Collective. He holds a Bachelor in English in computer engineering with first-class honors from the Federal University of Oyo Ekiti, Nigeria, and holds certification including CompTIA Security Plus and ISP CC. His work sits at the intersection of AI safety, research, African language technology, and technology governance, and is committed to ensuring that the next generation of AI systems work equitably and safely for everyone on the continent. So can we have that of our guest speaker, please? Okay, before that comes up, I will just read from here. Guess network is a bit bad from Temidayo's end. Okay, so now I'm reading our speaker profile. Her name is Joan Nwafor, and she's popularly known as Cyber Talks with Jojo. Sorry, okay. She's a cybersecurity analyst, educator, and founder of CyberOdan. She leads cybersecurity awareness initiatives across Nigeria, helping individuals and organizations understand digital risks in simple terms. She's the creator of CyberLingo, a cybersecurity card game designed to make cybersecurity education practical and engaging for teams and community. Joan works with startups, fintech brands, and corporate teams to strengthen security culture through training, content, and life experiences. Her mission is to make cybersecurity knowledge accessible to everyone, regardless of background or technical level. So everyone, please let's clap for both our host and our guest speaker. We're going to be getting lots of value today. If you're not excited, I am excited. Please let me see some sort of excitement in the chat. Job fire, clap, and very soon the session will start. So at this point, I will invite our lead mentor, Mr. Victor Akinode, to give his opening remarks. Mr. Victor Akinode, our amazing host, the floor is yours.
All right. Can you guys hear me?
Yes, yes, we hear you.
Okay. Good day, everyone. It's so good to have you here, and thank you so much a big thanks to our guest speaker for doing this with us. So, I want to start by saying welcome to the meeting, everyone. Welcome to this discussion. I would like to call it a discussion even beyond the webinar because we are going to be having a life-changing and life-transforming discussion, like conversation here. So it is something you shouldn't miss, right? I'm Victor Akinode, and I'm the founder of the VA initiatives, like the Victor Akinode initiatives. And tonight, yeah. Here we are in the afternoon, like this is like 1:11 p.m. here. But I know that many of us connected or joining. At the moment, we might be in the night, right? So tonight we are going to be kicking off, this conversation. As I said earlier, it's more like a discussion, more like a conversation, a life transforming one, as I said earlier. So it's something we shouldn't joke with. And this is one of the webinars in our VA webinar series because this is something we do on a monthly basis. I think it's we do it in the space of 3 weeks, and we bring like amazing speakers with amazing experiences in the field or in cybersecurity in general to come here and then speak to us, encourage us, and at the same time admonish us and guide us on the path or direction to go. And the VA webinar series is a space where we bring in real people. As I said earlier, trying to define it better now. We bring in people who are already doing the work, like people who have this honest conversation to share with us, and people who are already within the industry, and actually looks like the people we are really looking forward to become like, right? So, once again, tonight we are going to be talking about networking in cybersecurity. Like, that is the idea. And I want you to be honest with yourself. At the same time, I'll be honest with you, right? Um, your current situation or your current status might be where I was some years ago, right? So when I started or when I was starting out as well, nobody told me how important a webinar like this was, right? I thought, maybe I just need to learn enough and then probably just meet with some set of people and maybe I would just be I'll be good, right? But it didn't work that way. And I think that's one of the reasons why Joanne is here. So I wish someone had sat me down earlier and told me, what our speaker is going to be speaking about tonight or today. I hope someone had, probably sat me down to share that with me some years ago. So Joan Nwafor has been introduced, and you guys have seen that she has an amazing profile. She's someone with a lot of experience in the field. So I think you guys should pay attention and listen carefully while our amazing moderator, which is Francisca, would moderate and guide us throughout the program. So please, I would implore you to sit back and then have your notepad ready and get something into that notepad. Don't just listen, right? So listen, pay attention, and ensure that you learn from this conversation. So, and if you have any questions, do not hesitate to ask. We are here for you. So thank you so much. That will be all for now.
Thank you very much, sir. We'll now move into the main session for today, guys. So I'll hand over to our guest speaker, Ms. Joan Nwafor, who will be taking us through the topic with her presentation. Over to you, Ms. Joan.
Thank you so much, Francisca. Thank you so much, Mr. Victor Akinode. It's awesome to actually be here to deliver this message. And like Mr. Victor said earlier, this is going to be more of a discussion. But let me briefly introduce myself again in case some people are just joining. My name is Joan Nwafor, popularly known as Cyber Talks with Jojo. I think my personal brand was built on that. I currently run CyberOdan. I am the founder of CyberOdan. CyberOdan is a company, it's a small company that delivers cybersecurity services to organizations here in Nigeria. We are looking to go across Africa, hopefully. Maybe that's why I need to get my French on top. And I am also the creator of Cyberlingo. Cyberlingo is a cybersecurity card game that is used to learn security, cybersecurity, of course, create more awareness in the most fun and exciting way. I am the founder stroke creator of Pens to Password. It's an initiative solely for the purpose of educating the young generation on how to stay safe online. And so that is my introduction for those that missed out when Francisca was delivering that. So one of the things I really have noticed in the cybersecurity community over the years, I've not really been here for so long, but one of the things I've really noticed is that people put in a whole lot of effort when it comes to studying, when it comes to getting certifications. And at the end of the day, there's always that stop. There's always that place where most people cannot pass, and it's usually getting into your first role or getting into your first role in cybersecurity. And so many people wonder how, why, what's the reason? I have this certification, I have that certification, but oftentimes that missing piece is networking. Okay, so oftentimes that missing piece is networking, and that's why today I am here to talk to you guys about how to network the right way in the cybersecurity industry. And just give me a second. Okay. Okay, so that's why I'm here to talk to you guys about how to network the right way in cybersecurity. And I want this to be more of a discussion, because I'm not just going to be telling you how to network or how to network and actually but how to network and then network and gain results, see results, yield, get
Sorry about that, guy.
Okay. and get exactly what you are sorting for. We all have different needs, reason why we got into cybersecurity. So briefly, let me also give you a backstory about myself. How exactly did I get into cybersecurity? I got into cybersecurity in 2022/2023. I was still in uni then. I studied electrical electronics from the Federal University of Technology, Owerri. And while I was in school, I did a lot of businesses. I was always this girl that I had a farm in school. I had a lot of businesses I was running in school. So at the same time, I was doing electrical electronics. But there was just this thing, like it felt like it's not complete. And then I used
Okay, guys, I think our network is bad, but then we'll have her back as soon as possible. Francisca, are you there?
Okay, so sorry for the interruption. I'm back. Can you guys hear me?
Yes, we can hear you loud and clear.
Okay, so my cybersecurity journey started while I was in school, and it wasn't something I really took serious, but I just knew that I wanted to do something other than electrical electronics or selling chickens from a farm or doing brows and lash extensions and all of those things I was doing. I've always had this conviction that my gift is my voice, but I never really understood what it meant by my gift being my voice. And I didn't understand how exactly am I supposed to use this voice to make impact? How am I supposed to use this voice for change? So I got in a relationship with someone, and he happens to be in cybersecurity. And so many times, when we are discussing, he would tell me stuff about, what's going on at work, and would have intelligent conversations. And he would always tell me, I think you should get into cybersecurity. I think you should get into cybersecurity. And now thank God for what's going on with our devices these days. Whatever company, it feels like it's listening to us, right? So I go on Instagram and I see Cyber Girls advertisements, and I decided to sign up, and I got picked. I was one of the girls that got picked for that cohort. But shortly after the prerequisite stage, they dropped a few people, and I was one of those people that was dropped from the program. So I didn't finish with Cyber Girls, but I got into Cyber Girls. I don't know if maybe anyone here has had the same experience, but I started a boot camp, and then I can remember crying my eyes out because I already started getting so much interest in it, and at some point it just dropped me off the program, and I was crying, what would I do? And all of a sudden I just told myself, I'm like, I would figure it out and I would start learning on my own. Moreover, they've given me the basics. I can as well just create a pathway for myself. So I made so many research and I created a pathway for myself. And I can remember then I had to open Twitter. I opened Twitter for the first time. I've never really been a social media person. So I opened Twitter and I would see spaces on Twitter talking about cybersecurity. And one time I got on a space and I was audacious enough to speak. So I spoke about my story, how I got dropped from the program, and Sherifat Akinode was on that. She was on that space that day, and that moment she told me, she said, Joan, your story is inspiring and I'm going to mentor you. I know you feel stuck right now because I was like, I've finished my Google cybersecurity course, I finished this one, I finished, what else am I going to do? Can I start applying for jobs now? I was confused. Is this time to apply for jobs or do I need to do more and all of that? And so that brings it to my story. Networking was what actually saved me in the point of confusion because I opened my mouth, I spoke in a space, not because I have the loudest voice or anything, but because I was willing to introduce myself and also get to know other people so I can get help. So that's my story, and that is my little background on how I got into cybersecurity. So let me quickly share my slide again. Okay, so networking the right way in cybersecurity. When we talk about networking, we're not just talking about going to events and meeting people and collecting contacts. Are you building relationships that can actually create opportunities? Whenever I find myself in a sitting or I find myself in a new place where I can network with people, I always ask myself, where exactly am I here? What do I want to gain from here? And how do I want to follow this up after this? Like I said earlier, when you're done with your beginner stage or your certification, or you are done with those courses you've been taking, you get really confused, and the next thing people are telling you is, oh, you can start applying for jobs, But one thing that we do not understand about the job market is that most times those people that have networked with the people that are putting these jobs out there are the ones that are at the forefront to get the information about these jobs. Yes, they will put them out there, but at the end of the day, it's those people that have networked, that have spoken about what they are doing, how far they've gone, where they are right now, and why they are, and what they need, and what they need. They are the people that actually get that opportunity. Most times they get it first. It's not as if maybe, okay, after an interview and all, most times they might not get the opportunity, but at least they have higher chances. So what people don't understand about the cybersecurity job market is that so many referrals help people get hired. So many people come to my LinkedIn DM and they leave me a message and say, oh, Joan, I like what you're doing. I see your work and all. Do you have any female in so in cloud that has so experience? It must be a lady. And I just DM the people that I know, that I've networked with, me, that have spoken to me about their work. Those are the people because that's what's registered in my head. You understand? So oftentimes in the job market, professionals will recommend the people that they trust. The people that they trust. And how do people get to trust you? The only way people get to trust you is if they know you. And how do people get to know you? The only way people get to know you is when you speak, when you talk about yourself, when you show yourself. There is the power of visibility. That's how people get to know you. And from one conversation to the other, and also having conversations that will not just end at, oh, my name is this, oh, I go to so many conferences and events, and I see, oh, Jojo, hi, and at the end they're like, I'm looking for work, oh, please, Jojo, put me on. How is Jojo supposed to put you on? Sometimes Jojo doesn't even have the opportunities, but it comes sometimes. Well, how am I supposed to put you on if you're telling me, Jojo, I beg now, please put me on? But I don't know anything about you. And when I say I don't know anything about you, I come online, you connect to me on LinkedIn, your LinkedIn is empty, I'm just seeing selfie there with open for job. You do not have any real conversation with me about the things you've done. There's nothing at all, and you want me to automatically put you on. No. But somebody that reaches out or meets me, or any other person that maybe has the opportunity to get these opportunities in front of them, you reach out, you talk about what you do, there are some people here that don't have portfolio. We'll get to that, don't worry. So show your portfolio, you show what you're doing and everything, and you talk about in-depthly the things you've done, the ones you know, and all of that. That's the person that will register in my head. That's the person I will say, okay, it's great to connect with you. Even if most of the times, because I'm one person that don't wait for opportunities to be created, I always look for a way to create opportunities myself. But I think we'll talk about that also later. But having conversations that can lead to real job, like that can actually lead you to that thing that you want. You understand? And another thing that we do not understand and we do not really see in the job market in cybersecurity, and people don't see it as an opportunity, is community. Like this community that you are in right now, the VA community, it's way powerful beyond what you think. You get, because Mr. Victor is creating this opportunity for people to bring themselves together, network up, down, center, anyway, meet people, get to meet like your fellow beginners, get to meet the intermediate people. You also have the opportunity to talk to him and he can put you through. So community also helps in sharing aiding opportunities that you never thought about. So that job will come to Mr. Victor, and then Mr. Victor will put it out to the community. Or Mr. Victor might even researching or doing something and he sees this job and he will throw it to you guys. So it's more like there's so much power in community, in having your hands being held by other people, and being in a place where people are happy to refer you and talk about what you do. So when it comes to networking, also there are so many myths that people believe in that are not true. So many people think when it comes to networking, I'm very sure I actually did not define what networking is, but I'm very sure we understand what networking is. Okay, so but there are so many people that think networking is equals to asking strangers for job. Like I mentioned earlier, some people just come to me and they're like, "Oh, put me on. Oh, I need a job. I just started. Blah 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 blah. I don't know how to." But at the same time, networking is beyond that. It goes beyond that. Yes, there's always a first step, but you have to build a relationship with the person. I've gotten opportunities that I never ever thought in this world I would get, because I had access to someone that had access to that opportunity and gave it to me. So that is what, please, I'm so sorry. That's one thing networking is going to help you with. So all those talk about, oh, networking is just going to ask strangers for job. No, when you go to an event, let's say you go to an event or you come on LinkedIn, you connect with somebody, whichever way you get to connect. And I see so many people just talk about, oh, okay, this is it, this is what I do. Some people even give you in-depth, knowledge about what they do, but one thing they forget to do is follow up. Now, that following up builds relationship. That's what helps you to build the relationship. You have to build a relationship with this person. You cannot just expect to reach out to this person only when you need something. Now, let me give you, I told you guys I met Sherifat. So when I met Sherifat, and she DM'd me, she said, okay, we'll do this, do that. But Sherifat is a very busy person. She has so many things she's doing on her plate. And I said, I opened up this floor where we could have a good conversation. I wanted to know what she's doing also. And she told me about, she has, this side also where she trains, professionals on how to get into the cybersecurity space. And immediately, boom, I said, I might not really know how to train professionals how to get into the cybersecurity space, but I do know how to I can create content for you. I can do this for you. I started listing out things I could do. I could help you manage this. I could help you manage that. She never asked me for it, but I put out value to her. I'm not saying maybe, oh, I did it because I wanted. I just did it because I felt like I want to be close to this person. I want to get into this person's circle. Before you knew it, we would have conversations where we would gist for up to 2 hours. And she would tell me, okay, I think this is the next step you should take. This is the next thing you should do. So networking goes beyond just asking strangers for jobs. It's about building that relationship. Are you building a relationship with this person? I'm not saying everybody must be your paddy. Obviously, not everybody gives room for that access. But at least build a certain level of relationship with these people. Don't only reach out to people because you want a job. Another myth is that people think only extroverts succeed at networking. Okay, yeah, I can call myself an extrovert, but I wouldn't say I am to everyone, because yes, I'm an extrovert, but only to people that are very, very, very close to me. I'm somebody that I used to be very scared of talking because I do have H factor, and I have twisted tongue when I'm talking sometimes, and I always felt like my voice was too loud, and I just had issues, self-confidence issues. I had, all those problems. And at the same time, I understood that if I want to get what I want, I have to be willing to talk. you have to come out of that box. You're an introvert, you don't like to talk, you don't like to do this. No, but you can at least you can open your mouth and have conversations with people. You can send emails, you can follow up, you can build your portfolio. You can talk to people about the things that you do. So networking is not just for extroverts, it's for everyone. Everyone, as long as you want something, it's not even just for the job, even in life, even with God. Even with God, they'll tell you have to build a relationship with God. You have to reach out to Him. You have to open your mouth. You have to say what you need. So it's the thoughtfulness, it's the consistency, and it's the engagements that would always help you win. Those conversations you have, the consistency, how often. I'm not saying you should meet somebody or you should connect to somebody and every single day you want to know. Don't evade, don't just choke people up, but at least create a structure around that relationship. Do you understand? Those are the things that would help you, get into rooms that you never even thought you could. Do you understand? And networking always happens only at conferences. I see people say that, so that I did not go for this conference, so that's why I didn't get to meet people. Oh, and she's getting all of these things because she's always at these conferences. Yes, they help, but I've also gone to conferences. See, at some point, if I told myself, okay, Francisca, do you want to say something?
No, please go ahead. I think she's just putting up her hand so that we will unmute her when the time comes. Thank you.
Okay. So I told myself like sorry, I just forgot what I was saying. So networking doesn't just happen in conferences, because there are some conferences I've been to and nothing. In fact, most times when I just even started, I don't think there's any conference that helps me network with anybody that's changed my life in any way. But it doesn't mean conferences are bad, because I also have people in my community and in my circle that conferences have helped change their life. So different strokes for different folks. But conferences, beyond conferences, networking happens in how you daily interact with people. Do you understand? Not just at conferences. We all have LinkedIn. At least every professional, I always advise most professionals should have a proper LinkedIn profile. So at least on a daily basis, you should come up there, scroll through, connect with the right people based off of your needs. Don't just connect. Connect with the right people, and also reach out to them and follow up with them. There are also so many online communities, so many communities online that you can join. You can talk about, what you do, and you also get the opportunity to network and meet the right people. Sometimes it's even your fellow beginner that would help you get that opportunity. It's still your fellow entry level person that will tell you, there's this thing, there's this opportunity. I don't work in SOC, I don't do SOC, but there's this GRC opportunity. Cyber Black has opened, they're taking interns. Oh, this one is on now, that one is on. People that will actually truly, in our Gen Z terms, put you on. Sometimes it might not be the people at the top that you think, can just help you create a job. People don't create jobs automatically. There are structures to things, you understand? So another thing that I see people, doing is, aside from, okay, I've already talked about sending job requests to strangers, but when you send job requests to strangers, how are you sending this job requests? Are you just sending it because you need a job, or are you trying to create a relationship with this person, a relationship that can actually help you, someone that can not just even get you a job. Sometimes you just need somebody to put you through, you understand, someone to hold your hands. That's where community comes in. Do you understand? And why these people are sending these job requests or messages to, some people just copy and paste, like the same one that you just copy, you just build a framework and copy and paste. You don't even know anything about the person. As long as you just see cybersecurity, this, you just copy and paste. You know nothing about this person. You don't know anything about this person, what the person does, any recent projects, nothing at all. You just go ahead and copy and paste message and send to people. And people see these messages and they're like, do you understand? Another mistake that people make is taking value without contribution. You just want to collect your own shares. Let me just attain what I want. Let me just get what I want. You don't want to know any other thing. You don't want to give value. You just want to be collecting. Even the Bible self. Even the Bible will tell you that it's better to be on the giving end than on the receiving end. Do you understand? Like, it's better for you to be on the giving end than to be on the receiving side. So you should always try to look for ways you can contribute. While you're in a community and you're expecting, why are you not reaching out to the leaders in the community and telling them, oh, I can do this, I think I can help with media, or I think anytime we're having this, try to contribute. Let them know you. Let Mr. Victor even know who this person is. I'm not saying people should go and disturb Mr. Victor, please. But at least sometimes disturbing people helps. But you should try to give value. Don't just be there. Don't just be quiet. Recently, I had an opportunity to be in the midst of some certain people from different parts of the world, and I was thinking, like, how exactly am I supposed to give back? Am I just here to just receive from this training? How do I leave a mark? How do I leave a print? How do these people remember me? Do you understand? And one of the things I did was I made sure that every class, anywhere we go to, I'm bold enough, I'm shaking hands, I'm telling people, okay, this is what I do, and I'm also open to contributing, you know, when the opportunity comes. I'm not scared to speak. Even some, my dad used to tell me, it's better for you to stand up and say the so-called nonsense you think is in your head than to just sit down and keep quiet. Because at the end of the day, just that standing up makes you seen. Just that standing up, even if you make a mistake, it gives room for someone to correct you. So don't think you don't have anything to give. Some people are like, hey, but everybody has something to give. You have something to give. We all have something to give. So wherever you find yourself, try to give value. Don't just collect. Don't just take. Some just want to take. You to give. So try to give value. Try to contribute into the ecosystem, and you see how things begin to change for you. People will start to put in words for you. The other day, I think it was I'm trying to remember her name, but someone posted Francisca and talked about, you know, Francisca and everything Francisca. Now I have in my head that, okay, there's this girl, Francisca, and she's open to work and she has done this, she has completed a CC. I have that in my head. If an opportunity comes and somebody says, oh, please, we need somebody, a lady that can do so and so job, I will come and I will DM Francisca. And the only reason why, I think it's Olu, I'm trying to remember her name. The only reason why she put out that information is because she has networked with Francisca. She and Francisca they definitely do have a relationship. I know when I was looking for a job, I know how many CISOs rather, Sharifat sent my CV to. I know how many CISOs Sharifat sent my CV to. Fortunately, I was able to get a job, a 9-to-5 job, you know, through my NYSC. And I got a cybersecurity job through my NYSC because I opened my mouth to the HR. And I know when you join an organization, I studied electrical electronics, telecommunications to be precise. It's a telecommunication company. So obviously they just throw me to one of the teams. But I personally called, I said, Madam, this, I have this, I have that, I've done this certification, I can do this, I can do that, I know how to use Excel for this, I know how to use Excel for that, I know you guys might not be using this, thing, but I'm willing to learn, that's why it's NYC. I pitched myself, I did elevator pitch for the first time, actually, because she was going downstairs to the other side of the building. When I joined her on the lift, I can remember chasing after her, I joined her on the lift, and that was it. That was how I pitched myself. And that was how I got into the cybersecurity team. and I was able to learn a whole lot. So one thing people also forget to do is ignoring, one thing people always do rather that isn't right is ignoring cybersecurity communities. They feel like it's just people being gathered together and maybe it's just profiting the creator of the community. Are you joking? The creator of the community definitely created the community to be able to give back in the littlest way he can, or to be able to help other people, go through difficult hurdles that he probably experienced in his earlier times too. Not because he wants to be the biggest or be known for this or that. And so many people still ignore cybersecurity communities. Why are you starting your journey and you're not in the midst of other people that are doing the same thing as you? At least even if you don't want to talk, even if you don't want to say anything, you can always still gain. For some people that are just there to just gain, they don't want to give back. At least you can gain. So active participation and visibility is that thing that would help you transform. There's going to be a whole lot of repetition in some things that I'm saying because it's just basic principle. Now I'm going to show you guys a very simple networking formula that I use, which is this here. So if you like, you can take a screenshot. I think I can also share this slide with Francisca so she can share with the community if you guys want it, because there are some things there that you will be quite useful. So one of the very simple formula that I use when it comes to networking is this: observe, ask, and appreciate. Now, when I say observe, just like this example I gave about reaching out to people on LinkedIn, why are you sending copy and paste message that you're sending to everybody? Oh, because somebody one time told you, oh, make sure that you connect with at least 100 people on LinkedIn in a week. You will now be copying and pasting the same message to people that you don't even know anything about them. But the best thing for you to do is, it's still better for you to observe 10 people in a week, or let's even say 5, even if it's 3. Observe 3 people in a week. Observe them, watch their work, what they really do. Yes, LinkedIn might not even give you as much information, but you can also research. Check these people. Some of these people have PhDs. Check the work they've done. Find out how they got into this thing that they are doing. So when you're reaching out to them, you are talking about their work. You're talking as somebody that it's the same way when you're applying for a job and you're preparing for an interview. You'll say, oh, go and learn about the organization, so that during the interview, because they'll ask you 1 or 2 things about the organization. It's the same thing with networking. Learn about these people. You don't know anything about them, and you're sending them message to please help you get a job. How? Sometimes you might not have. Before I got a job, I remember I contributed to the research work of 2 PhD students. I figured out they're doing their PhD and said, oh, I would really, really like to know about the topic you're currently working on, and if there's any way I can contribute at all. That was when I learned about gamifying in cybersecurity. And that was, you see the way it's more like as you're giving, you're collecting too. That was when I really understood gamifying, because the person was working on the research based on that. Oh, what is better? Do people learn better with traditional classes, like the regular taking courses, or do people learn better when everything is gamified and all? That was where the inspiration came for me to actually create my own cybersecurity card game. Because when I was working my 9 to 5 in the office, cybersecurity meeting, everybody would just sit down on the laptop, the same thing every month, the same thing every time, and people are like bored. Some people just leave their laptop on and they just go, just because they want to count attendance and they don't want problem. Because in the office, the cybersecurity people are always the problem. Because we're always chasing after engineers. We're always making sure that they're not downloading things they shouldn't download. We are the ones that are always making sure that they are not doing an operation at the wrong time when they're not supposed to do an operation. We are doing a lot of the compliance part especially. So that was where I actually got the inspiration from. to make sure cybersecurity isn't boring. How can we do it in a way that we can have fun? We can, we can have a good time. People can win stuff. They can get excited. It's already starting in their brains. So you need to observe people that you're networking with. What are people really interested in? It will also help you. So you observe, you reach out to them based on the things. Obviously, you cannot know everything about somebody, but at least you can get a certain level of information about this person. Another thing is ask. Ask. God gave you this mouth to ask, to talk, to talk, not just to eat. So also talk. But when you're talking, don't just talk out of points. Please ask thoughtful questions. Ask thoughtful questions. So based on your observation, this person does this. So you're reaching out to this person after, introducing yourself, talking about their work. You're asking, it mustn't even be about you contributing to it, but you're asking questions. I see you're doing so work currently. How does this? I'm also doing this. Do you understand what I'm saying? Ask, talk, have conversations that are meaningful, that can lead to more conversations. And at the end of my simple formula is to also appreciate. Acknowledge people for the value that they share to you. I'll always say this thing, no matter the stage I find myself in this life, even Sherifat probably must think that she's this now, she's that now, but she can't think that about it anyways. But even if she thinks, wherever I find myself in this world, I will always mention Sherifat Akinode. It seems like, I'm sure sometimes maybe she feels like she never really did anything, but she helped that little girl that felt like she couldn't do it. But I remember after talking to her, I kept on telling myself, I have a room, I have a space. The only thing I used to tell myself, I can remember, I would just be crying and saying, I have a place in cyber. I don't know how, but I do have a place. I do have a space in this place, and I must occupy it. That woman changed my life. She probably might have not gotten me a job, but she changed my life. She held me when it felt like no one was there. So no matter where I find her, I will always find myself, I will always appreciate her. I would always appreciate Confidence Steve Little for making even the platform for me to even be able to know about cybersecurity to the extent that I did and wanted to, gain more from it. Okay, so because of time, let me go faster now. So let me put this down. Now, this is an example of my simple formula. Observe, appreciate, act. Or you can do it the other way too. You can also do observe, act, appreciate, whichever one. But you see this formula, that's the simple formula you can see from this message. Hi Jane, I recently read your breakdown of the latest zero-day vulnerability. Your explanation of the exploit chain made a complex topic incredibly easy to understand. I'm currently setting up my first home lab. Did you use a specific hypervisor when you were, first starting out? Ask. That would help spark the conversation. Okay, so because of time, let's, okay. So, like I said earlier, so many professionals forget, or I don't know if it's that they forget or they think LinkedIn cannot, or social media, or putting yourself out there. We all know that we're in the area of social media. I'm not saying everybody must be content creator, please. I'm not saying that, but at least use your social, that's why it's your page. That's why it's your social media page. Use it to document, use it as your portfolio. Use it as your portfolio. You can have two portfolios, your LinkedIn, and you also have your GitHub. Me, I don't use GitHub because I don't do a lot of technical stuff. I think I had GitHub, yes, when I just started. I went to learn how to use it on YouTube, then to put some projects that I learned from those courses I was taking. So don't forget that visibility matters a whole lot. Visibility matters a whole lot. There's so much power in visibility. Oh God. There's so much power in visibility. I wish I could have everybody on mute and say there is so much power in visibility. There's so much of it in visibility. How are you showing up for yourself? You're not putting up your work or the things you do because you want people to, or you're trying to brag. You're not bragging. Document yourself, share your journey. Let us see how far you've gone. Let us see how you started. You know, one time I went for a roundtable discussion. Sorry, I like to gist, so you guys will see me gisting a lot. So I went for a roundtable discussion, and there was this guy that was there. And he saw me, he's like, oh my God, Jojo, oh, I can see so much improvements in your page. I know, I remember when I started following you. Did you get a camera? I see your contents are this now. I said, in my head, I was like, yes. Yes. It means my growth has been monitored and people are seeing it. People are seeing it. Be in the faces of people. Like, be in the faces. Not let me use the Nigerian slang, not grieve for anybody. Like, be in the faces of every single person. Whether you're doing it right, whether you're doing it wrong. Up to today, there are some things in cybersecurity I don't even know. Some people say, oh, because they put, I'm still learning every single day. I'm still having conversations with people. I'm still trying to improve. Oh my God, time has gone. I'm still really trying to improve on, you know, my own side too when it comes to learning. So make sure that you engage, you know, put your projects together on GitHub, participate in capture the flag events. Some people, I'm currently in Abuja. I came to Abuja because of the CSEN conference. And some people won 1,300,000, 500,000 from capture the flag events, and they also got visibility. And also the community. That layer is very important. That layer is very important. Me, I wouldn't say I had a community, or say I unconsciously created a community. I didn't even know that's what I was doing, because to me, I was just documenting. I was just experimenting on my growth. I was just trying out things to know which one I liked. Not knowing that putting myself out there was helping me create a community. So I created a community for myself. But at the same time, I joined people's communities. Like I said, with the Twitter thing that happened, how I got into that space and I had a conversation that changed my life. So that layer is one layer that cannot be left out. Now, establishing your digital footprint, like I said, document your journey, share your learning journey publicly. I see some people, they'll just come, I finally got my Computer Security Plus. The only thing you'll be seeing there is congratulations. But the difference between you and that person that has been documenting, that has been sharing, that said, I tried this, you know, I almost messed up my laptop because I did a lab, or I tried to set up a lab and I wasn't using a virtual environment. I was just doing it on my system like that, and I nearly share your experiences. Show people your mistakes. Don't just come and tell us your wins. Let people know you. I don't know if you guys know Somto. Somto went to my school too, but the only way I knew, how did I get to know Somto? Somto, even before he finished from Futo, he already got a job. He was sharing his rejections. He was sharing the learning. He was one that did that. Was it not the only pot that caught over 1,000? How many? I can't really remember the statistics. Pardon me, but he was always sharing his. That was how I got to know about Somto. That was why I called Somto to come and speak in my community. Not because he's the Mr. Know-all, but because somebody that is willing to do to put himself out there. Someone that is brave enough to do all of these things. You know? This person has something to offer. Not everybody can talk. Sometimes I've never seen Somto make videos before. Me, I make videos. I've never seen Somto make videos. Oladayo, my cyber lawyer, really maybe only once or twice. Not everybody makes videos, but find a pattern that works for you. When you learn something, when you gain something, come and teach us too. In the way that you like. I see some people are very good with comics. So why are you not drawing comics and putting it online about cybersecurity? Some people like video games. Why are you not thinking of some people different? Me, I like to talk. I like to make videos. I don't mind being in front of the camera. In fact, sometimes when I was jobless, there was a time I was jobless. You don't know I was jobless. Let me explain myself now. But there was a time I had nothing to do. I would stay up from like 2 a.m. to like 11 a.m. the next day. And I will not 11 a.m. the next day, the same day anyways. And I will be making videos. I will batch create. I will scatter out my wardrobe. I will wear different clothes because the things that I've learned, I want to talk about it. So you should also be willing to, talk about the tools and not just talk about them, but practice with them and practice with them in open. Share your practical lessons from these labs, from these things that you do. Okay? Let me hurry up so that we can take questions. Another thing I talked about, you see that thing I mentioned about just taking. Can you see this image here? You can see the take, learn from others, and you can see add value to network. Can you see the scale? Can you see the scale? So when you need to see, everybody has something to put back. Even if you just learned today the meaning of cybersecurity, go and tell your family members. Go and tell somebody. Tell somebody. Not because anybody is watching, but do it. Because you're giving value. Because you're giving value. The more you pour into people, the more you show yourself, the more you create opportunities for yourself. It's not easy, especially for us Nigerians. We know how it is now. We know how to be for this our side. We get it. But at the same time, it can work. People say, and there are no opportunities, then they don't pay entry level cybersecurity people well. I hear different things every day. But the main question is, if opportunity no day for you, you create it for yourself. And you cannot do things alone. Nobody is an island. Find your peers. Either you find your peers or you find people up there. Bring value. Bring value. Dream of things that even you will be giving you goosebumps. Think of things that at the same time, so it's not just meeting people. These people that you're meeting, I always tell myself, any place that I go to, once I connect with anybody, within 24 hours, I must send a DM, I must send something. Once I meet you, I don't just go on your LinkedIn, I go to Google, I try to find, I will type this person's name, research, this person's name, this, because I want to know in depth, who is this person really? Yes, I shook hands with you. I got your contacts. But how do you follow up? After following up, how do you add value? Even if you're not giving it to this person directly, you're connected with the person. Let the person see that, okay, this person is sharing resources to other people. This person can answer questions for people. This person is part of a community. This person understands what he or she is doing when it comes to building and not just building alone. Now, crossing the bridge when you're new. It's still the same thing that we're talking about. I told you there's going to be a lot of repetitions. So crossing the bridge when you're new. So you get into cybersecurity. Obviously, you have to start following people in your niche. When I come on, there's one time my friend wanted to use my phone to Google something. She was like, everything on your Google said cybersecurity. Yes, because that is what I'm about. Yes, because that is what I'm passionate about. Yes, because that's what is feeding me. So follow cybersecurity professionals, join security communities, attend security events. Okay, I've not even done the second version, but there was a time I did a day out with Cyber Talks with Jojo. That was also the day I launched my cybersecurity card game. And I was hoping that it would be something I could do at least 3 times a year, but unfortunately, when you start to do things the right way and network with people, you start to get too many opportunities, and then you get so busy that it's so hard to continue with like the most basic things that you used to do before. But I look forward to doing that, to having my people come together. Even though I'm attending so many, cybersecurity events, I also look forward to bringing people together in a way that we can just gist, eat a lot of food, nice stuff, play games, talk to each other, be vulnerable, talk about the problems you're going through. But this can also help. Your community can also help. Discussing with people, getting to know people. I know most of us are adults, and building adult relationships can be so stressful. But you would build a structure around that, and you would understand that being extrovert, introvert, whichever thing they call it, what's that one in the middle? I cannot remember what they call it, but being whichever one does not define you and does not define the way you connect to people. Okay. So, like I mentioned earlier about opportunity, creating opportunity. Now, this is a very simple architecture to that. So when you get visible, let's say you started after you listened to this webinar, by God's grace, you will not just be a listener, but a doer of the word. Amen? Amen. Okay, so when you get visible, you start putting out your work, you start showing yourself. Gradually, people start to recognize you, especially when you wake up. At least they know at least every 8 a.m. Cyber Talks with Jojo you must see something Cyber Talks with Jojo. Every 8 a.m. Even if I know, God, please help me to be more consistent. But every 8 a.m. you must see something. You just be in the faces of these people. Don't let them rest there, because you know what you want. You know what you want. You know what you're going for. So recognition is coming in slowly. People are coming into your DMs. People that you and them are on the same level are thinking that this one has. They start to connect with you. Before you know it, you start to build trust. Do you know that there was a time? Let me give you guys this gist too. There was a time that when I just started and I just got visible and I was getting recognition, people started trusting me. They'll call me to speak. People will also come into my DMs and say, "Oh, there's this opportunity." Do you know that? Hey, God will not allow our helper to think that we don't have problem. People that can help us, people will come into my DMs and they will say that they need somebody that can do this, do this. I can do it too. But because me, I felt like I cannot, I felt like maybe I need to, I cannot do this thing. Like I just felt like I wasn't good enough. Being visible, getting the recognition, people trusting you does not mean that things like imposter syndrome will not show up. It does not mean that you will automatically, get, but that trust, once you can have people trust you, someone trusted me enough to bring an opportunity to my table. And me, I know that I'm looking for food to eat, I'm looking for work, and I carried that opportunity to go and give another person. Because I felt like I wasn't good enough for it. But then, my brothers and sisters, there's no time in your cybersecurity journey that you will know enough. So when you start to build the recognition, you get visible, you have recognition, trust is coming in, people start to refer you. Oh, I want to do this thing. Next thing, they'll say, have you not heard of that girl? Have you not heard of that boy? Have you not heard of Toby? This guy Toby that is always talking about. Do you get? Before Adeife Adeoye, I don't know if some people know her. There was the time I trained that organization, they reached out to me and I couldn't even put it out on LinkedIn. I don't know, I couldn't. I don't think I did. Because I felt like I would do nonsense or something. But I did it. And it was through referral. And it was because they saw me. My ISMS, my ISO 27001 certification that I have today, I did not pay ₦1 for it. It was on LinkedIn too. My card game. Okay, I said I wanted to do card game. I did not pay ₦1 for it. On LinkedIn, somebody single-handedly gave me all the dollars that I needed to do it. Even still gave me dollars to build the app. It was because I decided to be visible, not even knowing where it would take me, not even having any plan. Sometimes it's okay to do things even when you're blind, when you don't see, when you don't even know what is before. Even till now, sometimes I don't know what is next. I keep getting shocked. It's like I'm getting shocked every day at how much visibility, recognition, and people trusting your brand can do for you. The amount of referrals. And it's these referrals that will bring opportunities. So opportunities are not as hard to get as you think. Why do you have the idea? Okay, you have an idea and you're scared to talk about it. There's a time if you go through my LinkedIn, I will have an idea, I'll come and write it on LinkedIn. Me, I don't care. See, there are some people that we are fountains of idea. We go. We are fountains of idea. If we put out the idea there, take it and go run with it, go and do it, no problem. But sometimes you put out the idea and somebody will DM you and say, I like this your idea. Okay, is there a way we can work on it together? What do you need me to do? Oh, for this idea, I need so amount. That's it. Okay, Joanne, I'm talking. Oh, okay. So this is what I was talking about that can help us in this community, the 7-day networking challenge. So make sure you challenge yourself. I'm going to share this, or you guys can take a picture if you want. At least connect with 3 professionals. And when you're connecting, my brothers and sisters, please, I don't know, this is a very professional setting, but I told you guys from the beginning that we're going to discuss. Maybe I'm supposed to sound a little more serious, but please, my brothers and sisters, it's not about the quantity, but the quality. Okay? So it's not about connecting with 100 people in a week. Connect with at least 3 people, 3 professionals. Get to know them. You get to like them. And don't connect with people you don't like. Why are you connecting with somebody why are you connecting with me that has 16,000 followers because I have 16,000 followers? Connect to people that resonate with you. Connect to people that have the same goal with you. Connect to people that you would like to be like. I used to tell people, why are you waiting until you get what you want to live the life that you want? Some people call it fake it till you make it. Me, I don't see it that way. I feel like if you want to live a certain life, you should start living it from now. Build habits around it. So connect to these people, but connect to the people that you like. And why are you doing cybersecurity and you're doing GRC and you don't like GRC and you like cloud, but because you feel like GRC people have more opportunities, you're now doing GRC. You're not following GRC people. Find your own niche, find your people and connect with them. At least also, when you're connecting, comment on people's posts. So many people put out a lot of intelligent things on LinkedIn. I can at least mention from my comment section, I know the people that have been with me since day one. Oh my God. In fact, I used to call them my sisters and brothers now. Like, they're already my paddy already online. So let people know you through your comments also. And don't just comment, wow. Contribute. There was a time I never thought in my life confidentially will ever reach out to me. But there was a time people were calling me. One night I just made up cross soup. I was about to down Semo. And I was just getting calls. And I finally picked one because I didn't know these numbers. It says, Confidence Stevely is looking for you. And I'm like, Confidence Stevely is looking for me. How? How? Why? And just for me to realize that it was the comment I left on Money Point CEO's post that made Confidence Stevely to start looking for me. That was it. My comment. So that's another story for another day. Hopefully, Mr. Victor can bring me to talk about some other things again. I would like that. Okay, so attend community events. Share your lessons. Oh my God. Okay, so attend.
We'll be happy to have you again.
Aww.
Yeah, thank you.
People should do clock it for me. Okay, so attend at least one cybersecurity event. It doesn't have to be physically, it can be online. And again, why are we always restricting ourselves to events that are happening only in Nigeria? That's why it's good to connect with people that are across too. please attend events that they organize in other countries that are online. That way you make friends, you make meaningful connections, you meet people that will impact your life. You self you impact. See, don't agree for anybody. Say, I used to tell my boyfriend, if you buy me this, me I will buy you this. As in, if you pour inside me too I will pour inside you. As in, don't gree for it. You should be giving people value back. Let it be a battle of value giving. That way the relationship is sweeter. That way the relationship brings output, and not just any kind of output, but output that will yield for the both of you. Share your lessons online. I did this thing and I didn't get it right. Before you know it, you see people that will say, I want to, okay, you know what? I have this thing where I study every week and I go through this so projects, and I can bring you on it and we can try projects out together. And I'm looking at submitting a paper at so event, a call for paper to talk about so thing. And I can actually fly you. I can fly you to Greece, you know. The event is in August, and I think I can fly you, have you come to Greece, and we can present it together. It can happen. It can happen, and I'm a living testimony of it. It can happen. I'm telling you. And also start one meaningful conversation. At least let that be your 7-day plan. Let's go straight to, so you guys can either screenshot this. Like I said earlier, I would also share with Francisca. Francisca can share it to the community. So this is a little action plan for everybody. Okay, so you can see connect 3 times. You can see the table. You can even print this out. Maybe if you're like me, over sabi people like me, or overly ambitious, or go-getters, or whatever they describe us as, you can print it and hang it where you'll be seeing it, so that every day you know that you tick this box, you get it done. You must not only attend conversation, or be in places, rooms where they're having conversations physically. You can attend it online, even on Twitter. Some people just consume social media. Why? Consume it in the right way, yeah? That would feed your body and soul and get you what you need. Okay, so like I said, it's a closed loop something, so keep it spinning. Learn, share, connect. Learn, share, connect. Learn, share, connect. Opportunities follow relationship. Okay, thank you so much for listening to me. Now let's take questions. Everybody clap for me. Thank you. Oh my God. Thank you guys so much. Very amazing section. It was really nice having to talk to you people.
Thank you so much, Jojo. I really appreciate. This was amazing. Like, I don't think there's anybody that was on this call that is not blessed. I'm so blessed. Like, so much insight, so much knowledge, so much push, so much everything. Thank you. We really appreciate you. So, guys, quickly now is Q&A session. So please, if you want to speak, we'll be taking only 4 questions. Please be very brief. Be brief as much as you can, please, so that we won't spend so much time. Awesome. So only 3 questions. Austin, please, can you some people are requesting for mic. Can you give them access, please?
All right. Good evening, and thank you so much, John, for the opportunity. All right. So recently, I've been trying to put myself out there on LinkedIn, but I'm being discouraged because I don't get the reaction I should be getting on my LinkedIn. You know, I've been trying to put myself out there, the works I've been doing. So I've not been getting the likes, the reaction, everything that I needed to, that it encouraged me to keep pushing on. I've not been getting it. So I don't know, maybe I'm not tagging people I'm supposed to tag. So I want you to please help on that. And another thing, I don't know if you can help us, if you can also tell us the kind of people that we should follow more, maybe the HR or the cybersecurity professionals. So that was my question. Thank you.
Okay.
Hello.
Also, please. Okay. Sorry.
Okay. Olamilekon, Michael. Beautiful question, by the way. But remember, I said something. The way you're feeling is very normal. It's very valid. But I also said document not because you're doing it for anybody. You don't need, is it like, what do you need? The likes to encourage you? No. Documenting does not mean after
Yes.
I documented for close to 2 years before I started seeing results. I used to cry. I'll be crying like this, like, what? I'm not even sure of this thing I'm doing. But that's another reason why it's good to surround yourself with positive people and your community. Like I said, let's go back to that again. So you're not doing these things because you want it. It's a likes. You're waiting for the likes, or you're doing it because you feel like automatically in what 3 weeks or 1 month or something, a change is going to come like automatically like that. It takes time. Remember, I said it's growth. Now, one beautiful thing about growth is that it's filled with so many uncertainties. It's filled with so many things that you don't even know is coming forward, or what those little steps, those little, even you as a child, when they gave birth to you, did you come out with it? You did not come out with it. You came out without it. But over time, you were able to what grow the teeth and start to eat a lot of chickens. So that's the same thing. So you need to encourage yourself. It's not easy, trust me. It's not easy. It's not easy at all. But with time, it works. Trust me. And continue to connect with the right people. Like I said, the calendar is there. You can follow it. So if you've not been connecting and sending the right message and building the right relationships, you can start now. Was I able to answer your question? I hope I was.
Thank you so much, Joan. We'll be going over to the next person. Okay, please, Ms. Joanne, you can help us raise your hand so that we can always, unmute you as quick as possible for your response. Francisca, please, if we call to you as well, kindly raise up your hand so that you can be up there where we can see you. So the next person, we're going to unmute the next person for the question. Thank you.
Hello and good evening, everyone.
Good evening, Manuel. Please, can you be audible? I think your voice is
So, all right. Can you hear me better now?
Yeah, a bit better.
So, all right. Been a wholesome session, a very magnificent expose, and I want to say thumbs up to Joan for this wonderful presentation foremost. And I also want to acknowledge and thank the facilitator, the sponsor of this, Mr. Victor Akinode. Really appreciate you for this eye-opener. Thank you very much. Now to the question. Yes, very instructive of the convener of this to have told us from the outset to try and take down notes. But I think that I tried all I could to take all of, to suck in everything suckable here, but I think I still missed out on some details. So I'm just trying to find out, I will ask if it's possible for us to have this recording for personal reviews. That's one. Can we have this?
There's a recording. Are you in a community? Maybe on Telegram, or you're part of the cohort 3 mentees?
Yes, I'm on Telegram, and I'm also part of the participating in the Core 3 mentorship.
Okay. So the links, the link to the video is going to be dropped on the two communities, so you should just look out for that.
All right, sir. Thank you very
All right.
much for that.
Yeah.
Okay, can we have the next person now? The third person.
Francisca, sorry, we're not going to take a lot of questions, okay? But I'm going to drop my LinkedIn, the link to my LinkedIn page, so people can actually still send me their questions personally, And disclaimer, please, I might not be able to respond on time, but I'm definitely going to respond to your message. I will not be able to take a whole lot of questions because I'm supposed to be at the meeting by 7, but to be here still. Okay, so let's do it.
Good evening, everyone.
All right.
Can you hear me?
All right.
Good evening.
Yes, we hear you.
My name is Chisimdi, and I'm happy Joanne is a lady because she'll be able to answer this question clearly. Now, my question is, how do you handle a relationship that started out as a professional networking, like a professional network? You met this person on LinkedIn. You started out professionally, you're learning, and then suddenly emotion gets into the way. You know, I've had that a lot of times when we are talking business, we're talking professional things, and then suddenly you're saying, you like me, you love me, and whenever emotion get in the way, you know that the relationship begins to suffer. So how do you handle these dynamics and also get the best out of the relationship?
Okay, so this can come in 2 ways. If it's the person saying you like you, okay, I've had experiences. I even one time wrote on my LinkedIn about how, we start conversation and it's based on intellect and things that I'm doing, and next thing you're telling me, I want you to be my baby. I had an opportunity that could have landed me a role in Microsoft, but at some point, the man started telling me he likes me, and I could not continue with that one. Very popular, in fact, this person, nobody in this world will ever believe that this kind of thing can come out of this person's mouth. But next thing, the person made it, sexual and all of that, and I had to drop it. So things like that happen. Of course, you're a girl, you're a fine girl. You get, people coming to your DMs and say all of that. Visibility comes with that too. Remember, even inside church, there are still witches and wizards in the midst of good people. So it comes and it happens. But the best way for you to deal with it is to know that I always tell myself, if this one can come, more can come. If this one can come, more will come. More will come. And it's not everything that comes to you that is for you, Abby. And it's not everything that comes to you that is right. Abby. So when things like that happen, the best way to handle it is to leave it. Don't say, okay, because you're currently in a place where I need this thing so bad. Leave it. Because at the end of the day, these men, hey, my sister, at the end of the day, this thing that you think you're getting, when they're not getting or you're tired of, how many people, I used to ask myself, sometimes when they reach out to me, let's say we've started talking, we've even done 1 or 2 projects together and start to say these things, I used to tell them with my, I'll say, how many people do you want me to sleep with? If I'm sleeping with everybody that is coming to my DM and telling me that I like you, how many will I sleep with in this world? So you drop it. Not everything good will benefit you. So just leave it. The fact that one came, keep doing your work, keep doing what you're doing diligently, consistently, persistently. And more will come. More will come, and the right one will come. Like the way this marketing men used to say, customer will go give you plenty money, or customer will go pay you well, no go stress you. It's the same thing in your career.
True.
It's the same thing. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. My DM is always open.
All right. Thank you so much, Jojo. Please, the last question now, please. The last question. Thank you.
Yeah.
My LinkedIn.
Let me get her LinkedIn and paste there.
Okay, you want to do that? Thank you. I'd appreciate it.
The last question, please. Also, have you
sorry to interrupt you. As I'm speaking right now, as we are over here, I think I'll send the link to you, Francisca. Dr. Ireti just posted a link, an opportunity for AI security engineer. I'll share it with you. You guys can put it out on the community. So you see everywhere. And I also saw on the chat box, somebody said, what about X? My dear, be visible everywhere, and everywhere. Do you understand? So I'll send this opportunity so we can go ahead with the question. Let me send it now to you, Francisca.
Good evening. Thank you very much for the insightful and wonderful session. It's been power packed. I really appreciate you dishing out all this information to us. So quickly, my question is, we're in a world of AI where we use AI and most people use AI to generate content and all the rest. So what's your take? Does use of AI to generate content anyway reduce the quality of product being put out there, especially when you actually let's say you know how to generate is it a prompt engineer it properly to give you good content? Can you also use it to put out your content? Does it in any way affect you positively or negatively? Thank you.
Okay, my take on that is I use AI, but we all know now you should know how to use AI intelligently now. So you're using AI, yes. I don't think there's anything wrong with AI. I use AI a lot for research. I use AI for my work. I use AI for my personal life. I use AI. I use AI. I will not even lie. I use it, but I don't just use it like that. Me and the AI, we work together now. So when you're using AI, don't just copy and paste, please. You should use AI to make either to improve. It can be two ways. The AI will help you improve, then you still improve what the AI has given to you. I don't know if you get me, but don't just copy and paste exactly. And there's nothing wrong with using AI. AI is here to stay. It's the same way when phone handsets came out. Some people were scared to use GSM, but it's something that was provided. You're already in the digital world right now. Everything has gone digital, so you cannot be running away from it. So you can use it, of course, but use it in a way that you're not just copying and pasting what you're doing. You're also, editing, contributing, making sure that the thing is giving something that makes sense. So yes, you can use AI to make content. If you even, I don't even know. I'm somebody that I grew up. Remember when we were growing up? There's this comic book that it used to be like a football. I think is it Milo that used to share that comic or what? Where they used to educate us with about different things in like comic books. Why don't we have comic books like that on cybersecurity? So I don't know if there's anybody here that is very good with comics. Please come into my DM. Let's make something work. Oh, and I hope I was able to answer your question, Peter.
Yes. Thank you so much. I've dropped your LinkedIn profile on the comment section, so I guess they would if other people have questions, they'll come ask you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for giving us your time. Thank you. We appreciate you. God bless you richly.
Thank you. Thank you. Hey, one thing, please let me say this to the community. There are also opportunities that can help you learn better. There are opportunities like fellowships. I didn't really know about fellowships until one fellowship reached out to me and gave me an opportunity to be there. So I think I'll talk to Victor and to Francisca about it. So there are fellowships that can give you opportunities to connect and learn with people from different parts of the world and also help you travel around the world if you want to. So I think I'll share that opportunity with Francisca and she can share with the community. So if you've not joined the community, go and join the community. What are you waiting for? Okay?
All right, Jojo. I will remind you. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Hey. So Mr. Victor, would you give would you want to say something before she leaves?
Okay, I think Joran, I just want to quickly appreciate you. Thank you so much for this for doing this with us. We do not trivialize this. Like we appreciate your time, we appreciate the insightful message you've delivered. I mean, this session was insightful, impactful, inspiring. We've learned a lot, like during the course of this session. So even myself, I was telling myself that, oh, if I had heard all of those things maybe a year or two before I start my career in cybersecurity, only God knows where I will be by now. Maybe I'll be competing with the likes of Mark Zuckerberg, Larry Page, Sergey Brin, Elon Musk, and others, right? But we are still hearing it. So if you're just starting out and you're hearing this, I must tell you that you're very, very lucky, like very, very lucky. So please, let's jam our hands together for Johan. Let's celebrate her. And also, please do well to follow her on LinkedIn. I think she's on X as well. So I don't know if Francisca can help us quickly get the link to our X profile. So if it is possible, connect with her everywhere you see her. I've been following her for some time. She's an amazing person. I've been seeing, things she has been doing in this industry, and she's really an amazing person, and she's someone who is really contributing to the generation coming behind within the cybersecurity space and industry. So thank you so much, Joan, for honoring our invitation. Thank you so much for delivering this amazing speech and making this session very insightful for us. We so much appreciate that. Don't worry, we are still going to talk, and hopefully we get to bring you back again to come and disseminate and give us like more, because I know that by then your well would have even been filled more. So we still want to draw more out of the well, out of your well. And we so much believe that anytime we have you here, it's still going to be another refreshing time to learn new things. So thank you so much for that. We really appreciate it. Yeah, thank you so much. God bless you. Okay, all right. So I think we're wrapping things up right now. Aside from that, I want to appreciate every member of the team that is putting this together. I mean, this is the public space, right? But at the same time, I love to celebrate my team. So I would say that I'm not sure I have up to 10% or 5% input in all of this. Preparation and all of that. So this is an amazing team. They come together, put this together, and you can see how amazing it is. Like the session was amazing, right? And this is part one of the webinars of our webinar, our VA webinar series. So it's something that we do on a monthly basis, but most especially on the what's it called? I think within the space of 3 weeks. I hope I'm correct, Francisca. The next person we are bringing is a manager. I think he should be is a manager two or something, or manager three at KPMG. So he's someone who is specialized in AI, artificial intelligence, and cybersecurity at the same time. So if you're really learning to come into that space that sort of intersects AI and security together, you should be on that session. So the flyers and everything are going to come out very soon. I think, okay, will that not be next week, Francisca? Let me allow Francisca to talk. So, Francisca, is that not next week? Because I think
Yes, yes, yes,
Okay, so
that's
that
next
means
week.
we're going to be having another webinar next week. So it's not something you guys can miss. So normally we should have spaced it for like 3 weeks, but I think we had spoken with him. Don't let me go into all of those details now. But next week again, we are going to have another one. And for those who are in the third cohort of a mentorship program, you guys are the luckiest. I'm saying it because this is when we are now even bringing like more people to come and speak to you. And we are even planning the way we are planning your graduation. You guys will be so amazed because we are bringing people from different parts of the world to your graduation. So don't worry. If you're not part of the mentorship cohort, you can apply for the next cohort. So there's this mentorship cohort that we've been doing, and we are using that to bridge the gap that currently exists in the industry. We've seen that a lot of people want to come into that space, but they do not really have the knowledge, and some of them are even confused. Different roadmaps everywhere. So we are trying to create a free mentorship program, bring people into the mentorship program, and then guide them. Normally, it spans for like 3 months before, but just because we are having a huge backlog with a lot of people who are trying to apply, so we're just trying to make it 1 month, but that 1 month is going to be rigorous. In fact, if you're not available, I wouldn't advise that you do it. Or if you probably have something that you do that takes a lot of your time already, so I wouldn't advise you to do because it's going to be rigorous. You're going to be learning on a daily basis. And one of the things from Joan mentioned today is creating a challenge for yourself. So it's one of the things we are doing during the course of this mentorship as well, because we're already putting them on a 30 days challenge already, which is starting on Monday after their class on Monday, then the kickstart. So it is something that is going to help them. We have this huge community of over 1,000 people, even for just this mentorship alone. And then, people are connecting there already. They are following each other, interacting with each other. So, and, we're still going to have, that's happening subsequently. We have another community which is like the general one, That one is on Telegram, and hopefully by the last quarter of the year, we are trying to start a community on artificial intelligence properly, right? So because that is the future. I've always said it that the future of everything is AI, right? Almost the future of innovation is AI. And one of the things that can stop AI is security and safety. So we are trying to bring the two together and ensure that, people are really doing things that are in alignment with the future. So we don't just want you to be doing something archaic or something obsolete or something, outdated. So we are really trying to train people, train the next generation for the things that are going to happen in the next generation. So thank you so much for honoring this invitation. Many thanks to the speaker. Thanks to the team who planned this. I mean, you guys are so amazing. I can't be mentioning names right now. If to mention a few, Francisca, Ostus have spoken to on this call. We have Wiraola, we have Peace, we have Deborah. Some of these guys are behind the scene. You might not see them. We have Elizabeth, we have Temidayo, we have Timi. You guys are so amazing, and this is me celebrating you publicly in front of everybody. So thank you so much for making this a wonderful one. God bless you. So see you again next week. So next week is another amazing time to come together and learn. So most especially if you are interested in, the intersection of AI and safety, AI and cybersecurity, you should be here by next week, Saturday. So because it's gonna be another amazing experience. All right. So thank you so much, guys. And then, Ostos and Francisca, over to you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Victor. Thank you. Thank you for giving us the opportunity to serve. We appreciate you. Ostus, our community manager, please come on board. Do you have anything for us before we call it a day?
Good evening, wonderful Francisca, and good evening, Miss Joan. We sincerely appreciate you. And to our lead mentor, I think Mr. Victor has said virtually everything that I need to say, right? Our classes are resuming as soon as possible. On Monday, keep the time 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. And we hope to see you there. 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. West African time. And secondly, we have dropped all our social media handles, the links to our social media handles. We are very, very big on cyber awareness. Ensure you follow us and then keep up with trend. And to everybody that attended, we sincerely appreciate and we hope for the best. And keep in touch as we are bringing something wonderful next week. God bless you all.
All right, everybody, we've come to the end of today's session. Thank you for joining, and please next week don't miss it. Don't miss it for anything. While you focus on your part, your niche in cybersecurity, you can still try to learn a thing or two about AI governance. I'm a GRC person, but I'm still very curious about AI governance because AI is the future, right? And I want to be part of that future. So don't miss it, guys, and please try to put in practice everything you've learned. And God bless us all. Bye, guys. Bye, everyone.